Natural selection. It is the differential success of individuals within the population that results from their interaction with their environment. As outlined by Charles Darwin, natural selection is a product of two conditions. First, is that variation occurs among individuals within a population in some heritable characteristics. Second, that this variation results in differences among individuals in their survival and reproduction as a result of their interaction with the environment. The fitness of an individual is measured by the proportionate contribution it makes to future generations. Under a given set of environmental conditions, individuals having certain characteristics that enable them to survive and reproduce are selected, and eventually passing those characteristics on the next generation. An adaptation is any heritable behavioral, morphological, or physiological trait of an organism that has evolved over a period of time with the process of natural selection, such that it maintains or increases the fitness of an organism under a given set of environmental conditions. The root of all similarities and differences among organisms is the information contained within the molecules of DNA. A gene is a stretch of DNA coding for a functional product. Also, the alternate forms of a gene are called alleles. The pair of alleles present at a given locus defines the genotype of an individual. When both alleles are the same, the individual is said to be homozygous, and when the alleles are different with each other, it is said to be heterozygous. In the case in which one allele masks the expression of the other, the allele that is expressed is referred to as the dominant allele, whereas the allele that is masked is called the recessive allele. If the allele is recessive, it will only be expressed if the individual is homozygous for that allele, and is called homozygous recessive. While the external, observable expression of the genotype is called the phenotype. Phenotypic characteristics that fall into a limited number of discrete categories, such as the example of flower color, are referred to as qualitative traits. While phenotypic traits that have a continuous distribution, such as height or weight, are referred to as quantitative traits. The expression of most phenotypic traits is influenced by the environment. The ability of a genotype to give rise to different phenotypic expressions under different environmental conditions is termed phenotypic plasticity. The set of phenotypes expressed by a single genotype across a range of environmental conditions is referred to as the norm of reaction. Developmental plasticity are changes that are irreversible. Example is when an adult plant develops, the patterns of biomass allocation, like proportion of leaf, stem, and root, will remain largely unchanged, regardless of any changes in the light environment. The reversible phenotypic changes in an individual organism in response to changing environmental conditions are referred to as acclimation. It is a common response in both plant and animal species involving adjustments relating to biochemical, physiological, morphological, and behavioral traits.